2018 July, my friends were preparing for their placements. They're filling up the form, 8,000 rupees to sit in the placements. But then I was filling a private limited company form to start my company. So that's how it started. Unlike everyone, 2015, I belong to Asansol, which is very nearby to Bihar itself, like from Patna. I belong to there. My family belongs to there. My parents are there. So I belong to a Marwadi family, traditional. बोले थे कि business कर लो, but मैं सोचा कि job करूँगा. So I went to Assam City, Chennai, and I started studying there because I wanted to get job. I got around 9.7 CGPA in the first semester. I thought that yes, I will get Microsoft now. I'll get around 30 lakh kind of a package. So what happened in second year, like in 2016, that's where I understood that I should not get comfortable. When you start getting comfortable in your life, it becomes very difficult that you will have plan A, plan B, plan C. For me, I always had plan A. Till today, I also don't know that what I will do if this doesn't work. So 2016, I accidentally applied to an internship which was into marketing domain, and apart from the degree which I was doing in IT engineering. And I ended up doing 43 work from home internships in second year of my college, remotely doing any kind of internships which I finding on internet, but I was not getting paid. That disheartened me that why I'm not getting paid. And like me, there were so many students across India that they were doing internships, but they were not getting paid. Out of 200 people which I found as a students working across different internships in 2017, I made a WhatsApp group. I said that I'm going to give you money in order to work for this particular work what you're doing now, for which you're not getting paid. I went to one company. I said I'm going to get your work done. I found my second company via referral. Found my third company via referral via these companies, and I made around 20 lakh rupees kind of a revenue in my without registering my company. I thought this is big, this is great, and that was the moment I started killing my plan Bs. In entire life, what I understood is like when you start killing your plan Bs, plan A will always work, and that was a turning point. I didn't apply for placement. Instead, in spite I was eligible because I had good CGPA. Sitting in almost all the companies were coming to the campus in fourth year. That was July 2018. I registered my company and Excel, and in June 2019 I launched it. The turning point was very difficult if I talk about in terms of when I moved to Noida in March 2019, and I started seeing that this company can grow more, but no one was giving money. Here the stigma starts. Like when a startup founder is building out of the college and not having any kind of background, they think that they can raise money, but eventually the scenario was not the same during those times. So I got badly bullied by multiple VCs. From that, some VCs are my client now. So that happened in 2019 September. And but I reminded again, same thing to me, that if no one supports, I am the one who is going to make it possible. So that's where the second phase of life started, that I started growing my company. Initially, in first year, I only had 10,000 users on my mobile application. The simple concept of the application was it led anyone, a student, non-skilled people to earn money via application. A simple concept. We never focused on that I will upskill you, I will do this, etc. Anything. We simply said that you will get money out of it. So that went viral when the corona came. But corona was again a difficult thing which I understood that in this particular moment of life whether I'll be able to scale or not. But that was a turning point. December 2020, I reached to 50,000 users. We went viral with the top trending app from November 2020 till around October 2021, and we got around 500k users. Until December 2022, we reached to 7 lakh users without spending our money. In India, the biggest stigma is that you cannot grow your mobile application without running ads. We did it without running ads. All of user love. The best part of all these 4 years, while I launched the application to people earning via application, I used to get messages from cities like Aurangabad, Agra, कि भैया मैंने आपके ऐप से 5,000 रुपए कमाए. So it was not the fact that I was doing something. It was the fact that people sitting in such a city were able to make money and earn something, utilize their time. But all this thing keeps happening. We understand, and there's a scenario keeps coming in your life. So for me, In 2022, a bigger scenario came, which was May 2022, when a company defaulted my 1.3 crore kind of a payment. Now the problem starts. I was at home. I was in Corona was going on. He was at home, and the problem arises like you can't even cry in front of family. And middle class family doesn't have a room to cry actually. You don't have a separate room to cry, and you can't even find. Even your sister thinks that he had a breakup, but but उनको क्या पता कि client ने पैसे नहीं दिए. So you can't even say that. So that was the scenario altogether. It happened, but I moved on. I stayed silent for 3-4 months. I understood that it's a phase of life, and after that, I realized one thing that Three Idiots movie told that कामयाबी के पीछे मत भागो, काबिलियत के पीछे भागो. मैं सोचा पैसे के पीछे नहीं भागते हैं, काम के पीछे भागते हैं. So that kept me going. And 22, I moved to this same year. I moved to Bangalore. Over there, I started meeting more people because I never had an experience of seeing what people are doing. I never had an experience of talking to so many people face to face. I didn't even know how to run a company, but it was going on. By that year, we used to do around 10-20 crores of revenue, but still long way to go. I had to understand that how people work in the market. I started meeting more and more people. Market changes came. 2023, I started observing people. I started learning from people. And 2024, the day Ram Mandir was launched, we launched a Pixel 2.0. And again, it changed another game. We stopped at 7 lakh users. From there, we reached to 1 million users in another 1.5 years. And that was completely a different model. Not a completely, but a same model, but on a different approach. And with that, we keep scaling today. Now, I want to see one thing over here of a plan A and plan B kind of a thing. In every student life which I have seen in my college, we had around 15,000 students in my batch. And I'm the only person who did startup over there. The reason being, from everyone I keep speaking, they always had 2-3 plans. अगर ये नहीं चला तो पापा का business join कर लूंगा. अगर job नहीं लेता हूँ मैं MBA करूंगा. And if this doesn't work, I will do this, that. The best way to get out of it is like just start killing plan B, which I understood very early. The reason being I understood this because I said my father that I'm not going to join your business, I'm going to do job. And ultimately in 2025, April month, I took a bigger office in Bangalore, a 3,000 square feet, in the heart of Unicorn Lane. People in Bangalore know that what is the Unicorn Lane. People think that we will take an office over there. We took that. I sent a picture to my father. I don't have a picture to show because that slide particularly I didn't show it over there. But I sent the picture to my father. That day only my father came to know that I run a startup. Till that, I used to say that I am doing something, but he knew that he was doing something good, not something he was selling something illegal things. But yes, that was the moment my father asked me one thing. Because over here, when you talk about West Bengal, Bihar, people don't believe in renting and taking loans. We believe in buying actually. So my father asked me कि खरीद रहे हो क्या? तो I replied to my father, बोलिए पापा यहाँ खरीद नहीं सकते, बहुत महंगा है. So but बोले तुम रेंट दे रहे हो फिर. So the discussion was not कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. The discussion was कि खरीदा नहीं. But still, my father came November 2025. He saw the office. He was happy. In that, after 6-7 years, when he realized that what I am doing, he was happy in terms of that I ended up doing a business, not with him, but apart from him. But still, I have been able to serve so many people. Today, 30 people work with me. Around 1 million users are there in our application. More than 500 people get paid by our application every month. And that's how they make money. And all these people are from the Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4 cities of India. And I always focus that this city has always a huge potential. I'm not saying that Tier 1 doesn't have, but this city always has a huge potential if we go deep down. In this entire journey, the biggest lesson for me was that just believe in yourself and just keep doing without cutting down the noise. Today, if someone asks me that कि 5 साल बाद क्या करोगे, मुझे अब तक ये नहीं पता कि मुझे बस ये पता है कि मैं आज क्या करूँगा, क्योंकि मुझे दोस्त के घर में जाके लिट्टी चोखा खाना है. तो आई नो द only fact कि मुझे पटना जाना है और लिट्टी चोखा खाना है. That's the only thing I know for now. If you ask me what I'm going to do after 1 month, I don't know. Which is, people say that it's a wrong way of doing it. That's how what we're doing, the unfollow the trend. That's what we think, that if we start having so many plans, we don't even know what will work, what will not. And in the end of the day, you should be satisfied what you are doing. Not in terms of money, but in terms of things what you're going to do for others, for people around you. And with that, start taking your plan B. Thank you everyone.